All right, folks, we're here for Game 2 of the Senior Girls Regionals, and it's going to be FCA, the Eagles, the second seed in the West, and they're going to be playing up against Manan, the Breakers, the third seed in the South. And this game is elimination, just like the previous one, and we just saw John Caldwell be eliminated out of this tournament, which they had a good season. They played our Lakers here a couple times, and I think they were in the initial tournament that we started off, and they'll end their season here too. And a little poetic like that. But speaking of John Caldwell, they are currently playing regionals all the way up in, not entirely sure,
Grand Falls.
in Grand Falls. Oh, they're hosting. Now, the winner of this game will play our Lakers tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure that's the first game, or yes, and that's at 10 a.m. And that will not be an elimination, so if you win this game, you kind of have a little bit of wiggle room, and you get to go to a non-winners bracket to see if you can make it as the third seed for, I think it's the Southwest. I just got confirmation. But we'll see. I imagine both teams don't want to leave now. It's a pretty far drive out here to Harvey, and that hotel you booked is kind of useless if you're not making it to the next day.
Yeah, especially for the Breakers. They kind of have to stay overnight at this point.
It's going to be a sad ferry ride home tomorrow.
Yeah. That's going to be the Breakers winning that tip-off there with number 11, Casey Mitchell. Bring it up. FCA is going to get that one. Number 11, Elzayat. Over to number 2, Laura Sturgeon. Number 4, McAloon. Goes for a shot there. That one goes out of bounds, though, and that's going to be Daggett passing in for the Breakers. Passes over to Robinson. Now over to Mitchell. She's got a few girls on her. But in the end, that's going to end up with a double dribble there for the Breakers, and it's going to go over to FCA. Sturgeon passing in. She passes into McAloon. She dribbles in there. Takes a shot from the three-point line. That just goes out of bounds. Or not out of bounds, rather bounces off of the net. Fight there for the ball with number 6. Daggett landing on top of a player from FCA, and that is going to look like that hurts.
That's a rough way to start off with a little bit of conflict right in the paint.
Yeah, definitely. It's not good to get your players hurt at this early on in the game. 9 minutes left. No one has scored yet. I wonder if we're going to see a game somewhat similar to the last game that we saw. I'm not sure. Breakers with the ball. That's number 11, Casey Mitchell. Sturgeon hitting that ball away, and that's going to be McAloon going for that shot there, but that's going to... This is a really aggressive game so far. Back to FCA. McAloon driving into the paint. She's going to try to put up 2 there. And that's still going to be FCA with the ball as they're able to regain control of that. That's really impressive, actually. McAloon taking a long 2-point shot. That bounces out, though. Breakers with the ball. Number 8, Libby getting those first 2 points there for her team. FCA with the ball once again. That's McAloon. And she's going to dribble that one out, giving that one to the Breakers. McFarland, Daggett passing in now. She passes to McLaughlin. And that's going to be number 4 is going to attempt to tip that one away, but it's not going to end up in her favor. Though the shot clock does run out for the Breakers there, giving that to FCA. That's number 5 underneath the net there. That's going to be another 2 points for her team. Long 2-point shot there from number 5. That's not going to go in. FCA with the ball once again. That's Sturgeon. She takes a shot there, and that just ends up going out of bounds. That's going to be the Breakers' ball there.
Yeah, very similar to the past game we just saw. Not a lot of scoring, and as we saw, a little bit of a fight. Luckily, not an injury like we saw last game, where number 3 for John Caldwell was on the bench for a little bit there, but did make a recovery. And we're seeing a lot of shot attempts, and a lot of three-pointers, and that will be the first one that we see going.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's very similar. It's very back and forth. Only 5-2 and 7 minutes left in this game. McAloon's going to try and put up a few more points for her team. Gonna end up going out of bounds, but that is still going to be her ball. Her team's ball, rather. She passes that in, and she's going to pass into Guigan. Pinier going for a shot there, and she's going to be fouled. That's going to be the first foul onto number 6, Paige Daggett, for the Breakers.
A little bit of a come down after that 3-point made, but looks like it's not going to be a huge loss. First foul shot there. It's going to be a miss.
Second shot. It's up. And that one goes out. Luckily, we're going to see McGuigan underneath of the net. Tries to put up a few more points, and that's no good. Breakers with the ball now. Number 11, Mitchell. A few passes around there, and that's going to be number 6, Paige Daggett with the ball. She takes a shot. That's no good. McLaughlin. Mitchell with the ball. She gets a few more points for her team. Right now, they're very much in the lead, 7-2. So we're going to see a call from the ref. Doesn't seem to be a foul, or it's just not up yet. But that is going to be FCA's ball. McAloon with the ball. Daggett hard on defense. And that's going to work out well for her team there, because that's going to be the Breakers' ball now. Daggett passing in. She passes to Mitchell. Number 5 of FCA with the attempted tip away. Mitchell tries to pass to Daggett, but that's not going to be good there. FCA is going to get that ball. As well as get another foul. That's going to be the first foul onto Alzayat. Or rather, Mitchell, I believe, actually. Travel there for FCA. Daggett's going to be passing in. Mitchell with the ball. Paige Daggett. And she's going to be called for a travel there. Not good for her team. She's one of their stronger players, and her with the ball is always a good sign. Nicoloon with the ball now. One of the stronger players for FCA as well. She passes to Sturgeon, who passes back up to Guigan. Sturgeon goes for a shot there. That's no good. And I believe that's going to be the Breakers' ball now, as that went out of bounds just off of the shot. Tip away there by McGuigan. She goes up with a few defenders on her. She's not able to get that shot off. Really good attempt there, though, and that can also throw the Breakers off of their game. Mitchell with the ball. She passes to Paige Daggett. Back to Mitchell. She drives up the court. Does her best to keep control of the ball, but two defenders on her and not many people to pass to. Beautiful shot there, though, by Daggett. No defenders on her whatsoever, able to get one from the three-point line. Putting her team up at 10 points now, 10-2. FCA is going to have to try really hard if they want to come back from this, and they will do their best. Another 2 points there from Hansen. Hansen's going to drive up the court once again, try for another 2 points there. But that's no good. That's out to Zayat. He goes for a few points there. Mitchell with the ball. She passes to McLaughlin. Over to Daggett and to Libby. A little too aggressive there is Sarah McLaughlin. She's going to shove a player down to the ground, basically. That is going to be the first foul onto McGuigan of FCA, though. Mitchell with the ball. She goes for a shot there, and that's good. A lot of shots taken from the Breakers team, and that's definitely what's been able to put them ahead in this game. FCA with the ball now. And I believe... I actually don't know what to believe here. That is going to be the third foul for the Breakers, and the second foul onto Casey Mitchell. McAloon passing in. She passes to Hansen. Hansen's able to put up another few points there. She's only a 9th grade player, but she's been able to get 4 of the 6 points for her team in this game. Foul drawn there by Raylan Libby, and that's going to be the first foul onto Alyssa Hansen of FCA Eagles. She takes her first shot there. Doesn't go in. Second shot is up, and that one's good. Hansen passing in, passes to McAloon. McAloon back to Hansen. Far pass over to Sturgeon, but that's intercepted by Libby, who I believe she's going to be guilty of a charge there. And that is going to be the 4th foul for her team with 3 minutes left in this game, and the first foul on to Libby as well. They definitely don't have as big of a bench as FCA does, so they're going to have to watch that if they want to get far into this game. though they're playing really well now, if they manage to get a lot of points, a lot of fouls onto a lot of their star players, it could not be good. Beautiful three-point shot there from Paige Daggett. She's had a lot of 3 points this game so far. I believe the majority of her points come from 3 points. A few more points up for FCA now, too.
Daggett leading in points with 9 right now. Has 5 more than second place on her team, that being Mitchell.
She's definitely the star player for her team in a lot of aspects as well. She's super talented on defense as well as offense, where she's able to get the majority of the points for her team. And that's going to be FCA with the ball now. McAloon driving up to Kenye, and that's going to be caught by McGuigan. And I believe that's going to be off of a breaker, if I'm correct. But I'm not entirely sure. Yes, I was right. McAloon passing in now. I'm not sure who she was passing to there, but luckily Sturgeon's able to pick that one up. She passes out to McAloon, who goes for a 3 points there, but that's going to be a long shot and go over the net entirely. Breakers with the ball. McLaughlin passes to Daggett, who tries to go for a few more 3 points there, but that's going to go out. Sturgeon with the ball. She passes to McGuigan, who's going to be able to get another few points for her team. 18-11 now in favor of the Breakers. That's a travel, I believe, that we're seeing from Robinson, but that's going to affect her whole team, so it doesn't really matter who it is. We're going to see a few substitutions here. I'm not sure really who entirely is on now. Sturgeon passing in now. She passes to number 3, who we haven't seen yet, Dobson. Dobson to McAloon. Back to Dobson, who goes for 3 points there. That's too far. That goes over the net. But luckily, McAloon's going to be able to get that all alone in the paint there with all of the Breakers surrounding her. But still, her team prevails, and once more they have a ball again. She opts to pass to Dobson, who's blocked by a much taller player. Dobson's only in grade 9 herself, so. That's going to be FC's ball once again. Only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. She passes far out to Dobson. Hits off the hands of a breaker, but sadly, at the last second, a member of FCA's team hits that out of bounds. Breakers with the ball. That's going to be passed up to Kelson. McAloon's able to get that one, though. Really good ball handling we're seeing from her. She's definitely one of their more skilled players. Dobson takes a shot, and that one goes in, long two. Really good on defense, actually. She's very, very fast. You see a shot there from Kelson. That goes out. McAloon's able to pick that one up, passes to Sturgeon. Sturgeon drives in. She tries to put up 2 there. Hopefully Hansen's going to be under the net, and as well as Dobson. Too far of a pass, though. McAloon's not going to be able to get that one, and it's going to go over the line. Timeout called by the Breakers, who are leading by right now, but who knows for how much longer with their shorter bench as well as the fact that FCA has definitely been able to pick up this game as we get further into it.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of high score, or like most of the scores for the Eagles coming from their starters. Pretty equal. When we look over at the breakers, we're seeing most points Paige Daggett leading by a long shot in the game and for her team. We're seeing a couple other players getting in there, but we also need to look at the fouls here. Those players who are putting up those points are also getting some fouls here, which 1 or 2 isn't a big deal. But when we get to those third and fourth quarter, having those fouls build up can be detrimental, especially if we see someone like Daggett have to hit the bench early based on foul trouble.
Yeah.
That would really hurt the Breakers, and they've definitely been kind of relying on her to make her 3 points to keep up.
Mitchell having 2 fouls this early on in the game is not something we want to see, though she doesn't have the most points. Well, she has the second most points, actually, but she is one of their lead playmakers, I believe. She's been able to get the ball up to Daggett most of the time, and their duo is what's making this team get so far into this game. And when we have players that score so many points and they're less evenly spread out, we don't want to see them get fouled as much because, well, basically it's over after that. Speaking of players getting a lot of points, we're going to see Daggett drive in there. She's going to actually draw a foul there. And that's going to be the first foul on to number 3, Dobson. Her first shot is good. Her second shot is up. And that one's also good. Hansen passes in now. Only a few seconds left to get it up. Surgeon passes far up to Dobson. Goes over the net. Hansen's going to try and put that one up again. With only 0.3 seconds left, it gets knocked out of bounds. Not really much you can do with that.
0.3 seconds left in
Yeah. Risky play. Can't really pass that one into a player to get underneath of the net.
It was a valiant effort, and
Yeah.
your ending score here will be 20-13.
Not a super huge lead, but they were able to pull ahead towards the start, so that's always good.
Sorry about the scoreboard, folks. We're having a little bit of issues. Based on the seating, it should have been the other way around, but I guess in the gym here, we're going to swap around. So we've had a score mixed around there, but it will be the Breakers. If you were a Breakers fan, you may have just had a...
I get a little angry there with the
Well,
score
if I was a
being
Breakers
off.
fan and we went from down by 7 by up by 7, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, that's true.
But we apologize for that, folks, and hopefully that will not be another issue. We have 3 different ways of tracking the score, and they all have different orders, I guess, up here. A little bit of some confusion.
Definitely. Well, speaking of up here, I'd like to thank everyone helping behind the scenes. Austin Jameson on scoreboard, David White on camera, and Ashton Little on console, as well as you, Kevin Skiffers-Roy, helping keep the stats on the game, which we will be using tomorrow, which is good, and also pitching in for some color commentary. I know that's not really something that you usually do, and you're definitely doing a really good job, so thank you for that.
Also shout out our minor officials, Holly Henry, Ali Searwatt, and Violet McDonald, doing their 3 respective jobs. I don't know who does who, but I have a feeling that that Violet likes using the buzzer, and maybe her on the buzzer.
I have a feeling.
Violet does the shot clock.
Shot clock is violet. I'm getting some confirmation here.
Does the scoreboard, Allie does the score sheet.
Allie's score sheet, Holly's scoreboard.
Big thanks to Era Henry for telling us about the score as well. Boys are up 21-11.
And if you're a fan of the Lakers boys, they are up by 20. They're up 21-11. Up there in St. Mary.
St. Mary's Academy in Edmonton. From Edmonton.
It's going to be the Breakers' ball. Paige Daggett passing in. She opts to pass into McLaughlin. Passes over. Ends up back with Paige Daggett. She's going to go for another three-point shot there, but that's going to be no good. It's going to be FCA's ball now. Sturgeon passing in this time. She passes to McAloon. And then back to Sturgeon. She's going to be called for a travel there, sadly, before she's even able to get started. Kind of a tricky position to be in with so many defenders around you. That's
now, I would like to mention,
Mitchell.
My apologies for cutting you off there. I just would
No,
like to
don't
mention
worry.
the past scores. These teams have fought each other before on January 5th, it would have been. Manan took that game 50-31. And looks like kind of following that same trend, but I definitely see it going either way.
Yeah. I believe there's going to be a timeout called there. That's going to be called by FCA, who is trailing 7 points behind with 13 points to 20 that the Breakers have. Definitely good to call timeouts this early on in the game. You want to see your players doing as well as they can in the first half so that they don't have to come up by 30 points towards the end. We've seen that happen before, and it's not really ideal. Both teams doing really well. They're actually pretty evenly matched on the court. It's just the Breakers are definitely able to get away with, to break away, rather, actually, with Paige Daggett scoring so many 3 points. I believe that's where the majority of their points have come from. She's gotten 3 points so far. That's 9 points of their 20. Almost half of them, so we haven't seen that really from the Eagles, so if they were able to get that same amount of 3 points, I definitely think that they could even take the lead away, actually, with players like McAloon, who's able to get in underneath of the net and able to get that ball out to people who are able to get those points. Definitely a really skilled playmaker. We're going to see her now with the ball. She drives up to the 3-point line, passes into Hansen, who's gotten a few points. Sturgeon with the ball is going to put up another 2 points. 15 points now. They're only 5 points away from tying with the Breakers. Paige Daggett won't want that to happen, though. It's going to end up at Mitchell. Mitchell to McLaughlin, who's going to pass it to... It's going to end up back at Mitchell, that's for sure. She's going to go for 2 points there, and that's going to be short. That's going to go through the legs of Breakers player number 8, Libby, with Dobson still chasing it, and they're going to trip over each other. That is going to be FCA's ball now, and I believe that's going to be a foul for number 8, Libby, her second foul. FCA definitely getting their head in the game now as they're at 17, 3 points away. Impressive. Their comeback is really impressive, actually. Mitchell with the ball now. She passes far over to Daggett, who's not even able to get that, as El Zayat is going to take that from them. Sturgeon with the ball now. She's going to go for 2 points, and that's going to be short. No one's able to get the rebound, though, so that's going to be Mitchell bringing it back up the court for the Breakers. Libby with 2 points there, as nobody's able to stop her. Dobson driving up quickly, passes to McAloon. She drives over. I believe she's called for a double dribble. I don't think that was a foul, really. But that's going to be the Breakers' ball, and that's going to be Paige Daggett passing in. Mitchell with the ball. She drives up. Daggett now. Passes back to Mitchell. That's going to be stolen by Dobson. No defenders on her, and she's going to be able to easily get those 2 points there. Really skilled player, especially as soon as she came into the game. She's already just doing so perfectly. Breakers trying to take another shot there, but that's going to go out. That's going to be a jump ball. Kenye and I believe that's McFarlane, and that's going to be the Breakers' ball as well. But those 2 players are checking into the game now. Sturgeon, Nicoloon, and Dobson still on, though. Paige Daggett's going to fumble the ball there. That's going to be almost stolen away by Dobson. He's going to get knocked to the ground in the midst of that really aggressive gameplay from the Breakers. Just as the shot clock goes off, Ruby's going to be able to get a few more points there. Kenya with the ball. Ooh, just goes over her hands, though. She's not able to get control of that. Luckily, Nicoloon's going to be able to make up for that. Beautiful there. And that's going to go off of the hands of Kenya once again. McLaughlin with the ball. She tries to shoot up, but McFarland's going to get that. She's going to pass to Nicoloon. Nicoloon's going to drive in, pass out to Sturgeon. Sturgeon's going to go for a shot there. Dobson really aggressive on defense as well. She is not letting them have any chance to make a mistake. Mitchell goes for a shot. She makes that. Breakers trying to pick up the pace a little bit here, and they'll be able to do that. Dobson with the ball. She so fast drives up. And that's going to be off the hands of Mitchell there. With number 5, McGuigan subbing back in, and Sturgeon going back to the bench for a little bit. Nicoloon passing in now. That's going to go into the hands of Casey Mitchell, though. Going to pass to McLaughlin. Back to Mitchell. And that's going to almost be intercepted there, except for the height of Daggett. She's just able to get over all of them. She's going to go for another 3 points there. 4 3 points for her so far in this game. I think she's the only one that's really been able to get 3 points at all for her team. Not many points scored by a lot of other members of her team other than her, actually. Let me see a few more points put up there. I believe that's by Kenya, putting them up to past 20 now. 21-29 in favor of the Breakers. We're going to see Daggett go for that shot there. A little too cocky. That one's not going to go in. Nicoloon with the ball now. She tries to dribble around number 4. She's able to. Not able to follow through on that shot, but luckily she's going to have a few players underneath of the net there for her. And it's going to go off the hands of a Breaker in the end. We're going to see a timeout called by FCA. Good time to call one. 5 minutes left in the game, basically. Well, not in the game, rather in this quarter and in this half. You definitely want to get up to at least just a few points away from your opponent at this time.
Yeah, that's going to be a timeout called by the Breakers once again. It's two. They've used both their timeouts, but they do lead this game, which it's kind of usually something you don't see. Is all your timeouts used and a nice lead of 8 points.
Mitchell with the ball. She passes to Paige Daggett. Daggett to, I believe that was supposed to be to McLaughlin, but that's going to almost be got by FCA and knocked out of bounds by Sturgeon there. Daggett passing in. She passes over to McLaughlin, fakes a few shots there, passes over to, and ends up back at Daggett, who takes that shot just before the shot clock goes off, but sadly for her team, nobody is there to get that. McAloon with the ball now. She passes out to Sturgeon. Sturgeon's going to get that one in the end, though. With McAloon passing the ball in now. Just over 3 minutes left in this game, or just under 3 minutes left in this game. Mitchell with the ball. Over to McLaughlin. Over to Kelson. Kelson. That's going to be caught by and stolen away by McLaughlin as McAloon falls to the ground, basically almost getting kicked in the head there in that. Breakers ball. Kelson with the ball now. She passes to basically over to McAloon there. She drives in, passes out to Sturgeon. Sturgeon almost makes that, just barely doesn't. And that's out off of one of the breakers. FCA's ball now. McAloon passing in now. Some discussion between the refs here, and I think we're going to see a substitution.
Very vocal coach for FCA. Moses Perez, I think is how it's pronounced. Really doing a lot, as much as he really can from the sidelines, which
Yeah.
I think is kind of reinstate some confidence inside this girls' FCA team.
Yeah, definitely a very vocal coach. He's always up and standing, and he's basically ready for anything that happens. The shot clock's going to run out there, and it's also going to go out of bounds, so we're going to see Daggett passing in now. She passes to McLaughlin, back to Daggett, over to Mitchell. Mitchell drives up. FCA on her all the way, but she's still going to be able to get 2 points off there. Really impressive player. She's incredible. She's definitely one of the major reasons why FCA has so many points, not only just from her scoring them, but from her being able to get it out to Paige Daggett to take 3-point shots there. Didn't entirely see what happened there, but it's going to be FCA's ball. McAloon passing in here. Kenye passes that out to McAloon, is able to get those shots off. Really good play by both Kenye and McAloon there, with her passing it in and out. Kenye being able to see McAloon open there, and with her being able to get that shot pretty easily. Paige Daggett passing in now. She passes to McLaughlin. She's going to bring that ball up the court now. I think she tries to pass to Asia Robinson, but that one's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to have her, McLaughlin, that being passing the ball in. Not really any breakers really open. Kelson's able to get open, but the time's going to run out there, as nobody really made any attempts to get open whatsoever. That is not the best play on the breakers' part, with FCA being able to catch up so much, 27-31, with the breakers still in the lead.
I'd like time to thank everyone watching, as we just passed our record for most live viewers of a game, and it's a little funny that it's a non-Lakers game, but we appreciate the spirit coming from both the teams, and
It's funny, but it's not unexpected. We can't really expect all the parents and fans of the Breakers to be able to make it here tonight, but we really appreciate everyone watching, and everyone who is subscribed as well.
Yeah, I would stream if 0 people watched, but you guys being there really makes it
Definitely,
all worth
yeah. It's a fun thing to do. We all enjoy it, and being able to have people to watch it just makes it even better, really.
Yeah, just kind of the cherry on top.
It's a cherry on top is to have people that actually pay attention, but thanks to everyone.
And in halftime, we should see some graphics that help you explain what the tournament's been like and what it's going to be like.
Yeah. Really exciting regionals we're seeing, and we're also going to see McAloon with the ball now. She takes a long 2-point shot there, and that's not going to go in, and that's going to have McLaughlin bringing that up the court for the Breakers. Passes out to Carlson, to Mitchell. Let's see if Mitchell goes for Daggett like she usually does, and she does. Predictable as always. No one's going to be able to hit the rim there, so that's...
Also a rough fall there right in the paint. That's
Yeah.
going to be a interesting aggress there.
We're going to see, I'm not sure when this was, but there was a foul on McAloon. I don't know if it was now. I don't assume it was now because it's FCA with the ball. But the Breakers with the ball now with Mitchell taking a shot. She makes that. Really good aim. I find that most of the shots she takes, she makes. So we're going to see McGuigan with the ball for the Eagles, as well as a foul onto... No, that's going to be onto McLaughlin with Kenya on the line. She takes her first shot and she makes that. Her second shot is up. That one she doesn't make. We're going to have FCA players right under the net, able to get that for their team and also able to get up to the line now. McGuigan there drawing a foul. And that's going to be the... I can't really see the second foul onto Paige Daggett. Not great for the Breakers, as she's one of their... Well, she is their top scorer and also one of their three players who have made any points whatsoever. McGuigan's second shot is up. And that one rolls out. Kenya on the rebound, though. Almost able to get that one up. Mitchell for the Breakers passes over to McLaughlin. And that's going to be FCA's ball. We're going to see McGuigan passing in now. Or rather, Sturgeon passing in now. She passes to McAloon. Over to McGuigan. He's going to go for a shot there, and that's not going to go in. But the final score for the second quarter and the first half is 33-28 in favor of the Breakers. Sorry, I can hardly see the scoreboard whatsoever.
Speaking of score at halftime, we will, our Lakers there playing St. Marie is leading, St. Mary's. I think I've been getting that wrong all week. 45-14, so if you're a Lakers fan, it's looking good over there. So they will have to face John Caldwell, I'm pretty sure, going tomorrow, which is a little bit of an interesting matchup, but luckily that's a second chance game. That's a little bit of a more harder team for our Lakers.
Yeah, especially since it was pretty hard for them to win last time, and now they've lost a lot of their players. But the boys' team has been able to pick themselves up pretty good, actually. Since it's halftime now, I'd like to take this time to thank our corporate sponsors, Scott Pierce at Remax East Coast Elite Realty and the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs. We really appreciate all our sponsors. It helps us to get new equipment, improve the viewing experience, and such and such.
And speaking of things that money has been able to allow us to do, here's some graphics coming up now on the screen that should help you find your footing in what's happening in the tournament. And we'll be back in roughly around 8 minutes, and we'll see you folks then. All right, folks, we're back from the halftime. Starting out pretty strong for FCA. That's going to be a 3-point attempt. It's up. No dice, though. Fighting underneath the net there. It's going to be number 11, LZ Yacht, to get the rebound on that. Looking for a pass in. Going to find one in the paint, but a nice swat there. Mitchell going to give it to her team as they drive up the breakers. Looking to break in with some points. Bring up on the right side, LZ Yacht. Looking for a pass. Going to shoot, rather. It's going to be rebounded. A lot of back and forth here. It's going to be the breakers bringing up number 5. Robinson. Asia will find the hands of number 4, McLaughlin. McLaughlin going to pass, going to find Mitchell. Shot is up. They have to fight for that one. They will be able to get that one back. Daggett. Now we're going to see Mitchell. That's going to fall out of the hands. McLaughlin with the shot attempt. Kenge trying to get her hands in there. It will end up going to McAloon. McAloon driving on the right side, going to try to pass in. A miscommunication from the breakers will result in not a possession, but an out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. McAloon going to be throwing in. Pass in there. Going to bring out to El Zayat. Far pass. Going to find McAloon. She needs to shoot. And doesn't look any good.
It was a bit after the shot clock, too, so even if it had I don't think that one would have counted. Really valiant attempt there, though, by McAloon. Has really been able to just take this lead. They definitely don't have a lead, but get a lot of the points that they have.
Sturgeon going to pass there. McAloon just has spoken. We'll go for another shot attempt. We'll go to the breakers. Actually, maybe it was FCA there. It will be the Eagles. Going to find El Ziyat. Back to McAloon. McAloon on that three-point line. Going to try to put up 3. That one's going to hit the rim. Rebounded, number 14 on the breakers. Maya Kelson. Pass back. Mitchell bringing up on the right wing. Look for an opening. Will find it. Passing around will find the hands to Paige Daggett. She'll break her way in here. McAloon passing. We find Kenge. Sturgeon going to pass, going to find the hands of number 5. McGugan. Shot attempts up. That's Daggett. Nice pass right into McGugan. She's going to try to shoot, but great defense by the breakers there. She will be able to pass back to Sturgeon. Sturgeon will find McAloon in the corner. And she'll sink 3. Mitchell trying to bring it up. We'll find Kelson. Shot in there, no good. Rebounded. Number 5, Robinson. We'll go out of bounds. Elziat throwing in here. Gonna find McAloon. McAloon back to Sturgeon. Sturgeon passing in. Will be broken up. Kelson going to seek the opportunity. Kind of going to tumble. A little bit like dominoes there. Daggett thrown in here to Mitchell. The top 2 scorers of the night. And a little bit of conflict. And a straight punch to the gut from Sturgeon, and a little bit of conflict down there. Oh my. a swing in the stomach and a ball thrown.
That is it's a really interesting outcome.
Not entirely sure if the punch was on purpose.
No, but it's still a punch to the stomach.
Yeah, I think the reaction was just if you put into the fact the emotions after getting punched in the stomach.
Yeah, definitely. And as well as in games like soccer, if you basically like hug a player, you're guilty of a foul. I think, and that is not something that's like necessarily like something that you can really help, such as a swing to the stomach. Even if it's not purposeful, it's still something that you did. I don't think she is going to get a foul for that one though, and they're gonna clap for that, I guess.
Will be a technical foul on to Sturgeon for the ball throw. Won't result much, but
Disappointing from the Spirits.
looks like there's some pretty vocal players beneath us, or vocal parents beneath us.
Yeah, I believe they're talking to Laura Sturgeon, the player who was punched in the stomach, so.
Sorry folks, I'm a little flabbergasted after all that, but I will grab my footing.
I'm gonna go back.
McAloon with the ball here, gonna pass. Gonna find El Zayat.
Manan has a really good eye to see if it's if it went off one of the breakers. She has done this like several times where she's just been able to see like if it's gone off of another player and not go get it. Really impressive, really good eye, and also quite dangerous. So she definitely knows what she's doing in this game.
No, it will be a foul? Not entirely sure there.
Nothing up yet, so I'm not sure.
That was a yacht passing in. Gonna lose possession there to the other number 11, Mitchell. Just got done getting at the brass knuckles. Gonna pass in. Mitchell on the three-point line. Playing around there. She's gonna see a nice opportunity. Nice quick rebound there. In the paint, fighting for it. Libby. McAloon gonna pass to El Zayat. El Zayat gonna pass in off the foot of Hansen rather. We'll be able to keep possession.
Now we do know that these teams have played each other before, and they seem to have a little bit of on-court aggression. Yeah, very much tension there between the two.
McAloon gonna find Sturgeon. Nice rebound there. Hansen. 6 points for her. Couple of shot attempts up here for the Breakers. No good though. McAloon taking the ball and run with it. Gonna find Sturgeon.
Not clean enough though. That's the third foul onto Daggett. Now I did say during halftime that I do watch how Daggett plays, and she plays in a very special way. Dangerously for her team, so if she gets caught too much.
Another foul for Daggett. Sorry there, folks. We're just trying to figure out what happened a little bit earlier in this quarter, as we have some star detectives on it. But in the meantime, Daggett a foul. This one looked like a technical, maybe even, or.
I literally just said I knew that she would end up getting a few fouls onto her, and this is her fourth foul in the third quarter. Not great, seeing as she has, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 19 points out of her team's 36. Not great if you're a fan of the Breakers. Really, if she gets fouled out, that's... I'm not sure what they're going to do, really.
A little bit of a stack or something. They'll break in here. McAloon bringing the ball up. Gonna find Sturgeon. Sturgeon back into Hudson. And some cheering from the stands.
They're going to tie... That's going to tie up the game now, actually. 36-36.
Quick rebuttal by Libby.
Not 36-36 anymore. 38-36, but we'll see what FCA does here.
3 points for McAloon. And that will be a definite timeout called all around Breakers. The Kings of timeouts for this game, as I have not seen a lot of FCA timeouts, but I've seen.
No, I think there's been one FCA timeout, and that's it. But team really excited here as they're finally able to pull ahead 39-38 for FCA.
Nice seed under the net, and they will be able to capitalize on that. Libby once again being the breakers, breaking to keeping an equal score here. Quickly though, it's going to be the breakers getting possession again. They slowly bring it up a little bit, passing back and forth. Quick possession steal. Alzayad's going to have to run with it, and she will. Looking to slow down. Will find Hansen rather. Check that. Back out to Kenya. Good block there. Libby going to move and grab that. Bring the ball on the right side. Breaking through all the defenders. Will be able to pass all the way to Daggett. Daggett for the shot attempt. That one will be out of bounds. (40-39). Austin. Macklin shot attempt. Almost hit some of our wires there.
Yikes.
Beautiful play in front of the net there. Macklin taking some time bringing it up to court. Gonna lose the ball, be able to quickly grab it back. Quick pass there, gonna find the hands of Majugan.
Double dribble.
Nice, beautiful play. That was great. Quick tip, Macklin capitalizing on it. Beautiful there. And no luck for the breakers. There's the Eagles flying away. Macklin bringing up on the right side. Gonna pass in. Gonna find Kenge. Passing out. That's gonna roll out of bounds though off LCAT. Hope number 11's going to go to the ground. That's out of bounds. Macklin charging right side. Going to result in a quick steal. Breakers, a little bit of a go, and it'll be Libby once again. She will draw a foul based on the crowd's reaction. A little bit of a...
Might be a mistake on either side, don't worry.
Fighting for it. And another fall and a little bit of a... As the breaker, number 14, Maya Kelson, attempts to help, showing a little bit of solidarity, but...
they kind of wall her out.
Kind of blocked her out. Pass out there. Shot attempt. Libby. They're going to fall at the ground. Fighting for it. That's McLaughlin. McAloon with the ball. Bring it up on the left side. Gonna be a little bit of a more pushing and shoving, but it doesn't look like it means much. Into the line here. Third foul on number 11. Mitchell.
These points here are crucial for them to kind of break their lead away. 42-40 now for the Eagles. Make that 43, rather.
Passing out, Libby. Nice steal there. McAloon. Bring up on the right side. Nice steal. Mitchell. A lot of back and forth here. Driving down the middle of the court. Looking for a fellow breaker. Going to kind of pass into a big crowd. A little bit of a tumble will happen. Daggett looking for a pass. Got to play a little safe there with 4 fouls. That one can hit the rim, reset the shot clock. Gonna pass back. Farland. Gonna shoot. Gonna hit the rim, reset the shot clock. 12 seconds left. 16 rather. That's some points up there for the Eagles. Some vocal parents down there.
Very vocal parents for the FCA Eagles. That was definitely a justified call, though.
Looking to shoot. Shot attempt is up. No good, though. Libby on the rebound. Gotta move quick. Needs to shoot now. 40-45. And that will be the Eagles swooping in to take the lead. And that will be the end of the third quarter. A lot of tension. You can cut it with a knife.
Yeah, it's definitely
going into this fourth quarter.
It's definitely super tense. A lot of aggression between the players. I expect we might see who has a lot of fouls. That's Paige Daggett, that's for sure. If she plays her cards right, she won't get fouled out this quarter, but she seemed to tame herself a little bit when she noticed that she was getting a lot more fouls, so I think that's good.
If you're a fan of the Lakers and or just basketball in general in the single A division, the Lakers are leading 78, senior boys 78-34. It looks like they will be playing John Caldwell tomorrow, and that will be a game that I wish I was there to see, but don't worry, it's not like there's not going to be any exciting games here, as we will see the Lakers, the senior girls playing the winner of this game, and both of them have some fight in them, and they definitely won't be out. And I think the Lakers are going to have a little bit of a rough game against them. That's to say. We got 10 minutes left of game here, and I think it'll be a little bit longer than that. Already, time it will stop. It's going to be an early call there.
Yep, number 4.
McAloon going to give herself her second foul. Already starting the off. Kelson passing around. We'll find Mitchell. Mitchell going to almost lose control of the ball. They're kind of playing hot potato with it. And you're playing hot potato and you pass someone on the stands that will be out of bounds. Driving up on the left side. Passing back. Going to find the hands of Daggett. I'd like to quickly shout out our sponsors once again, that being Scott Pierce at Remax East Coast Elite Realty and the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs. Thank you guys so much for the sponsorships. That's what has allowed us to do all this and allow us to have big enough streams to house or to accommodate for 100, 120 people who all want to watch these games. So thank you very much to our sponsors. And if you're looking to sponsor, everything that you need to know to do that is in the description. Should be the email to Mr. White to figure that out. Back to the game here. Sturgeon gonna shoot and score. McLaughlin here. Ball's gonna roll. So we saw a 7-point difference at the end of the first quarter, but it was the other teams around with the Breakers. And back then we had our scoreboard mixed up, and maybe it was just a prophecy for what was to come. Daggett trying to pass out, but beautiful steal. Gonna find McAloon. McAloon gonna pass to sixth FCA player who looks like is not visible to us.
Player. Maybe her invisible friend's playing. Who knows?
But
that'd be exciting.
Miscommunication there. Real result in that break. Did nothing but another break here. And Sturgeon this time is going to shoot for the net. Couple bounces and it decides to go in. Sturgeon breaking double digits for the Eagles.
Super vocal bleacher side for the Eagles. I can hardly hear my own thoughts.
Beautiful pass there to McGugan. And timeout Graham in there. Sounds like a herd of rhinoceros just passed through the score.
Final score 83.
Or the school rather. And speaking of score, 83-43. The Lakers take that game. That is their final score there, and they will be playing John Caldwell. I am pretty sure it's John Caldwell. I'm like 90%, and I'm getting confirmation here.
A little bit of a scary matchup there.
And John Caldwell does have the opportunity to do something a little sketchy, which is purposely lose the game and then go to sectionals and face the Lakers and try to get them out before Harbor Station.
They kind of did that last year where they...
I'm not signing.
And John Collette, I was saying, is a pretty fierce senior boys team, and they are known to throw some of their games. I had an idea that last year there was something going on.
Yeah, I do remember you talking about that.
But I feel like, as my dad likes to say, if you're a winner, just keep winning. So
exactly.
No reason to throw a game.
John Caldwell feels like a very much a different team than they were last year, and I don't even think they lost that many players.
Yeah, and they're definitely having a little bit of an easier go with their Lakers, but I may have spoken a little too soon because our Lakers are having a great go in the regionals, and they have kind of found their footing, kind of like the senior girls from last year.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
They definitely swapped positions, but let's focus up here on the last 7 minutes and 49 seconds of this very, very intense second game of the senior girls single A regionals. Nice fire pass there. Nice passing from the Breakers. They're going to have to put some points up, though. Mitchell looking to shoot, and she will. 12 points, roughly, for her. Shot attempt up by the Eagles. That's no good. Quick rebound by Kelson. They need to move quickly here. Going to pass in, going to find Daggett. Daggett over Dobinson. But Dobinson, not going to be having any of that. Going to quickly pass the ball, get the possession, and pass it to McAloon. She's going to go for a shot, but it will be the Breakers getting out of here. Pass to Kelson. Kelson post up on the three-point line. It's a little bit of time to think, and will decide to pass in. But it's no good. Dobson's going to take the ball and run with it. And this time, she'll be the one shooting. Still no good for the Eagles, but they are getting a lot of these steals. Nice C there all the way to Mitchell. She's going to shoot again. That's going to hit the rim, reset the shot clock, but it doesn't matter. The Eagles will swoop in and grab possession there. McAloon bringing it in. Going to go for a two-point attempt. McGugan going to get that rebound, but it's going to be challenged by a few Breakers, and we'll lose possession. McLaughlin going to pass, going to find the hands of Mitchell. Back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Daggett. Daggett to Robinson. Back to Daggett. 13 seconds left. Daggett will find McLaughlin once again. McLaughlin going to try to put up two. That's going to bounce around, but no good. Dobson going to get the rebound there. The possession will stop, rather.
The Eagles have definitely been able to get their head in the game. In this second half of this game, it's actually been really incredible to watch. I wasn't entirely sure if they were going to be able to do it, but they really have. And that's not to say that within these next 16, I wish, 6 minutes and 16 seconds that the Breakers couldn't bring this back. They're a strong team in their own right, but the Eagles have definitely gotten better at just taking a bunch of shots.
This is a very different game than we saw last time from these two teams. If you're a fan of the Eagles or the Breakers, you may have caught that game. And I don't know exactly what happened, but the final story is a 19 point deficit, which ended up resulting in the win for Manan last time. But this time, may end up being the other side of the coin this time. And
51-42 in favor of the Eagles.
We'll see here.
We'll see how this goes.
The Eagles calling a timeout. It's a little bit interesting, given the Breakers also some time to catch their breath, but I think they just want to make sure that the Eagles hold strong and probably want to focus defensively here.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where the Breakers are going to try to break through their defense and get up to the net to get those shots where they've had that ball stolen away time after time again. And I know that players especially like Mitchell, could be able to get that ball back and get it up to their side to get a shot.
Yeah, and Dobson, though, has been great at getting those steals, seeing those opportunities through the Breakers lineup. And another player who's great at steals is McAloon. We'll be seeing her starting off the play here. Going to pass off to El Zayat. El Zayat driving all the way around. Going to pass back to McAloon, clearing off the defenders. That was a beautiful play, and she'll put up 3 points as a reward. getting in there. Elsa Yacht gonna be brought to the ground. No balls being thrown this time, luckily.
Elzayat will now be swapped off.
Another call right there. There'll be a call on Hanson, I want to say. Number 6, rather. For the Eagles. Far shot attempt there. Gonna be able to get the rebound there. That one's gonna hit the backboard, but another rebound. Another shot attempt. McElroy bringing it up. A little bit of a chant broken out here. She's going to drive in, pass back, and find Sturgeon. Sturgeon will kind of be shoved to the ground, but it'll be dismissed. Mitchell bringing up on the right side. Passing up, going to find the hands of McLaughlin. Mitchell to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shooting. Man, she's good for 3. McAloon going to pass. Almost going to go out of bounds, but a quick pass back in by Sturgeon, but it will be the Breakers grabbing that one. Quickly bringing it up. Robinson going to pass out. Daggett. That one's no good. Mitchell going to get that. Going to try to make her way in. Going to shoot for 2. No good. That rebound grabbed by Hanson. Slowing down the play a little bit. Dobson going to pass. Mitchell on the rebound there. Going to pass up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Daggett back to McLaughlin. Mitchell. Mitchell all the way to Kelson. That shot attempt's up, no good. Dobson going to get that one. Going to pass up. Shot attempt's up. No good. Rebounded. Hanson. That one's also no good. It'll be Mitchell. There will be a whistle blown. Mitchell on the left wing now. Bring the ball up, looking for a pass. Will go over the head of Sturgeon. And play's going to stop abruptly for some reason.
I think that might be another foul. The second foul onto McFarland, I guess? I believe.
Be the third foul on number 4.
Not much time left in this game, so I wouldn't really be too worried about the fouls at this point, as the Breakers have been playing a lot more cleanly than they started out.
Kelson. Gonna find Mitchell. Mitchell on the three-point line looking to pass. We'll find it. Number 5. Robson. Back to Robinson. A nice buzzer beater there for Daggett. Macklin bringing it up. That's out of bounds. 48-54. Shot attempts up, no good. Mitchell with that, bringing up on the right side. Surrounded by the Eagles. Gonna be able to pass over. Gonna find Robson. Robson and Daggett. Daggett shot attempt, real close, no good though. Surgeon bringing it up on the left wing. Gonna try to shoot, no good. Quick swoop in by McAloon there to grab it. Gonna pass it to Elziot. Elziot's gonna pass into Gugan. Gugan gonna pass, gonna find Kenge.
When basketball is really intense like this, it feels less of like a game and more like they treat it like life or death.
7 seconds on the shot clock here. Looking to pass around. Shot attempts up. It'll roll out. Daggett gonna keep that one alive, but it will result not that good. It'll result in McHugan putting up 2 points. Gotta bring this ball up quickly. Kelson looking for a pass and find with Daggett. Daggett shooting for 3. And she's good. I think they gotta stop leaving her open. Mitchell gonna disrupt that one. McAloon. 10 seconds left, going all the way around. Great defense there by the Breakers. Mitchell bringing up on the right wing. Gonna find number 4, McLaughlin. She's gonna shoot. Gonna lose possession there. 45 seconds left. They need a steal here. Sturgeon for the Eagles bringing up on the left wing. Gonna pass in. Daggett's gonna get that one. Mitchell gonna somehow get that one. Bringing it up. Gonna pass back, gonna find Daggett. Daggett gonna find McLaughlin's gonna shoot it. Really just trying to drain the time here. A lot of passing back and forth. I'm not sure if that's a purpose foul or not. Telling them not to shoot with 5 seconds left. They're going to look for a foul here, so I think with the ball you just try to play keep away.
Yeah.
And that's game.
An unexpected win. Well,
Eagles taking
now
the
we
win.
shall see if they can keep up this winner attitude when faced with Harvey. We hope, for their sake.
I think for us up in the booth, I think our sake is the Lakers winning that one.
Yeah, for our sake.
The Lakers are 10-0 in their series games.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what the Eagles are. It will be flashing by here. They're 7-3, it seems to be.
Yeah.
So still pretty up there.
They're definitely not a bad team. They're quite they're good with that comeback.
And
Wait till we're done this.
all right, thank you folks for coming out. The next game, if you are following with the regionals, it will be game number 3 at 10 a.m. and it will be the Eagles playing up against our Lakers. And we hope to see everyone out here who's on the stream, even if you're not a fan of either of the teams. If you just want to come and check how
everyone's doing, how the teams are.
yeah, and it looks like we had a little bit of a replay reel playing here, and we'll let that play for a little bit. But we'll talk to you folks tomorrow at 10 a.m.